Hello, welcome to this DCS A-18C tutorial. This will be the final video of the Harpoon series, and we will cover the range bearing on launch mode utilizing Harpoon turn points and a waypoint target area. So to begin, I'll warm up my Harpoons, turn off the Harpoon turn points. While they're warming up, I'll go ahead and set their destroy ranges to maximum. And what we're going to do is I have set 4 waypoints. For our first Harpoon, we are utilizing waypoint 6. This will be our Harpoon turn point. It is going to turn and attack waypoint 7, which we will weapon designate with our HSI. After it hits this waypoint, it will search for a target. Our second Harpoon, we will launch at waypoint 8 as a Harpoon turn point, and we will designate waypoint 9 as our target by weapon designating it on our HSI, and then when it hits here, it will start searching for a target. Alright, let's get in the air and I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, now that we're in the air, let's put our plan in motion. So I'll go ahead and make sure I have waypoint 6 selected, air to ground, armed. Select my first Harpoon, Harpoon turn point, and I want to make sure that when it hits its target, it's going in the right direction, so I'll set a bearing 60. And after I set my Harpoon turn point, I'm going to select waypoint 7 and weapon designate. Misclicked. Waypoint 6, Harpoon turn point, weapon 7, weapon designate. From here, I'm going to go to mode, select RBL, range bearing on launch, and now we can see on our HSI that it is going to go to Harpoon turn point, waypoint 6, and then move to waypoint 7, which we have target designated. I'll go ahead and get some altitude, help it along, because we have a medium flight scheduled. And I'll change the seeker head to large, because I don't know how close that ship is going to end up being. Alright, release. And now let's set up the second one. So we want to select waypoint 8 as our Harpoon turn point. We are going to ensure we have the appropriate direction. So let's say 262, UFC, bearing 262. Select waypoint 9, weapon designate. Now we have our target point. We will go to mode, range bearing on launch. Now, odds are this Harpoon isn't going to be able to make the turn that we're asking of it. I did that on purpose to show you that you need to be careful of how tight you are making your waypoint and your target point. So this guy, odds are he'll go here and then just fly off in this direction because he won't be able to turn so tight. This one should be able to make this turn in a nice wide arc. We'll see if they end up having enough steam to make it to the target. But if not, that is how you utilize that method. So once again, this one's going to try to fly to our Harpoon turn point, turn to our target point, and then search for a ship. This one is going to turn to this Harpoon turn point, go to our target point, and then search for a ship. With these long distances, it's entirely possible that they're going to miss this ship and fly off like that. So when you're using harpoons, you generally need to be either farther away or plan differently. So I could have put a harpoon turn point here and then a target point here. So it would go as something like this. And then for the other one, maybe something like that. But I'm just trying to demonstrate the extremes that you can do and that you can experiment with and play around. All right, so this one ran out of steam and ended up self-destructing. This one probably won't make it around the turn. This one's attempting to turn, but it's pretty sharp. I think it'll probably end up giving up about here. I'll be surprised if it actually continues the turn. Yep. And this one ended up self-destructing too. It ran out of steam. So I fired these when I was relatively low speed and low altitude. Just like harms, you'll get more range the higher and the faster you are. So if I was doing an actual strike, trying to do these extreme kind of turns, I would try and be as high and fast as physically possible. So instead of coming straight off the carrier and just launching them, maybe I would have flown back this way and then flown to get altitude and speed, or even come off of land and just gotten a lot of altitude and speed and then launched. And then the missiles would have had more energy. All right, that covers how to utilize the range bearing on launch, waypoint, harpoon turn point, waypoint, weapon designated target area method. Hope that helped. Thanks for watching.